Hey y'all, it's Linda. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I saw this on Hannah Louise Poston's channel and I just thought it was such a brilliant idea. So if you did or did not know, I am on my very first low buy year when it comes to makeup, skincare, and hair care. I'm really trying to bring less items into my collection, but to focus on using what I have in my collection, but also focusing on quality over quantity. So if I am going to bring something new into my collection, I don't want to buy it just to buy it. I want to really make sure the quality is good. I want to make sure I don't have 10,000 dupes in my collection. So for today's video, what I'm going to be doing is I am going to be fake shopping on Sephora.com. I have not, as of yet, I am filming this on February 20th. I have not purchased a single piece of new makeup, skincare, or hair care. That's a lie. I did purchase sunblock, so I guess skincare, I did purchase that, but I have not purchased any new makeup or any new hair care or anything other than sunblock. I have received a few pieces in PR, but I really, again, I'm trying very hard to be careful about what I buy. So what I want to do, I'm going to go fake shopping on Sephora. I'm going to take the items, maybe that were some that were in my loves list, maybe some that are new items on Sephora's site, and I'm going to drop them in my cart. And then what I want to do is really look at those items and figure out what is it about them that is so appealing to me? What is it about them that I really want? And then instead of buying that, I am going to go shopping in my own collection to try to recreate what those items would have done for me. And spoiler alert, this is the look I came up with. So if this is your first time here, hi, my name is Linda and I am a cruelty-free beauty YouTuber, and I always want to help you decide whether or not makeup, skincare, hair care is worth your money, whether it's drugstore priced or luxury high-end. I just want you to spend your money wisely. And also I am on this low buy journey. So if that interests you, I would love if you hit that subscribe button and become a part of the Rockstar fam. But let's jump right into this. We're going to first go shopping at Sephora, fake shopping. I kind of wish it was real shopping. I kind of miss filling up a basket with all these goodies. But then again, this low buy year is also helping me to distinguish why I like doing that so much, why it brings me so much joy, even if it's just temporary joy, to fill my cart, to fill my basket with stuff. So I'm going to be popping up pictures for you here because I do not have any of these items. And also let me state, I do not have any of these items yet. Just because I am saying in here, oh, okay, I can go in my collection and look for something similar to these, it does not mean I'm never going to buy these other items. I might. I have a $100 gift card to Sephora burning a hole in my pocket that has to be used before, I think it's like mid-April. So I am at some point going to be buying stuff at Sephora. But for now, these items I do not have and I have not purchased them yet. Just talking in circles. Let's just get into it. So the very first thing, this has been on my loves list for a very long time, and this is the Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder Foundation. What I've heard about this is that it gives the skin a beautiful, luminous finish with light coverage. Those are the things that I always look for in a foundation. I want it to be light coverage. Light to medium is medium is kind of the highest I will go, but luminous. I will never wear a matte foundation. Can I say never? Can I say never? Yeah, I'm going to say never. Never can I ever say never. I'm saying never. I just love a luminous, dewy finish, and maybe that's because I have dry skin naturally. Maybe it's because I am over 40, so a little bit of the natural luminosity of youth has disappeared from my skin, but I really like a luminous, beautiful foundation. I kind of look for something that makes me look like a greased up turkey coming fresh out of the oven, okay? So that really has appealed to me for so long. It's been on my loves list for a very long time. I've watched so many reviews about it. But when I was looking in my own collection, I do have things that can make my skin look luminous, that can be light coverage, that can give me that same kind of feel with what I currently have in my collection. So to get kind of this skincare base, instead of purchasing the Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder Foundation, what I did is I grabbed my palette and I mixed 3 things on it. So the first thing is the Auric Glow Lust. This can be used as a primer, this can be used as a highlighter, but really it's just glowy. It does not have a ton of pigment in it, so you're not going to get any kind of full coverage. It does have a slight tint to it, but it doesn't have anything with full opacity. And with that, I went ahead and mixed both colors that I have of the Urban Decay Hydromaniac Tinted Glow hydrator. So people have differing opinions on this, but I love it. Again, it's that beautiful, light, luminous coverage, which is exactly what I look for. And when I applied this with a damp sponge, my skin was so luminous and so glowy and so beautiful. It almost bordered on too glowy, and that is to the point of like it needed to be powdered down in some areas. Not all of them, but once I applied my concealer, I did go in and powder just a tiny bit, like right under my eyes and around my nose and on my mustachio and a little bit on my jawline. Just the areas that I really don't want to be super luminous, and it still came through with this amazing glow that I feel like makes my skin look so incredibly healthy, and dare I say youthful. I just really love the glow this gave me. So while I might someday still purchase that Charlotte Tilbury foundation, right now at this very moment I am loving the look that the Glow Lust plus the Urban Decay Hydromaniac gave me. So as for eyes, this one has also been on my loves list for a very long time, and I have walked into Sephora so many times since this has come out, and every single time I'm in there I swatch this eyeshadow palette because I still really want it, but it is priced quite high. So this is the Patrick Ta Major Dimension eyeshadow palette. It retails for $68, and it just has these beautiful, warm, rich mattes and some high intensity, very wet looking shimmers. So that is kind of what has always attracted me to it, is that the quality is so there with these. You've got those deep tones, these beautiful rich tones, and the opacity is beautiful, and the shimmers, again, they are less like chunky and more just like wet looking on the skin, and it's so beautiful. So I wanted to look in my collection for something similar, and I'll admit I don't have a single eyeshadow palette that is exactly like this one, but I do have things in my collection that I can use to make up a similar look, which is what I did today. So what I started with was this Kaja Bento Box Trio. I think I've always talked about these. This one is in number 13, Velvet Dream. We have 3 separate matte shades in here. We have one that is sort of a light toned, so this is great for a highlight, for an all over color. It is very light. Then we've got the kind of mid-tone. So this is a brown pink. I feel like it actually leans more on pink than it does on brown. And then finally we have a deeper matte brown. So with this, what I did is first I patted that light shade all over my brow bone just to kind of set it down and just have a neutral base. Then I went in with a fluffy brush, and all in my crease I put that mid-tone shade, that pinky brown shade. And I was just so happy with the way it looked. I really liked how warm it was, but these are such amazing quality that it blended out like a dream. It warmed up the crease and it just made things look beautiful and defined, but it wasn't too intense. And then I went in with that deeper brown shade and I just did the outer corner and the crease. And I just thought that even with this, you could almost leave the look like this. I feel like these mattes are such great quality, and quality is what I was really looking for in that Patrick Ta palette. And I still think the quality is absolutely amazing there, but the quality is pretty damn amazing here too. And when you're looking at $68 versus I think this is $22, and yes, obviously you get more eyeshadows there, but the quality is so good here. Then for that wet eyeshadow, so this is something, I don't know, in the Patrick Ta palette, like I said, the shimmers and the metallics, they're not like chunky or glittery so much as they are just like beautifully wet looking. And when I wanted a wet looking shadow in my collection, there's one I kept coming back to. And I'll be honest, this shadow is discontinued, and I'm sorry. I know some of you don't like hearing that, but I know some of you do like hearing that because you know I'm using what's in my collection, and I'm not just going to constantly talk about what's new, what's hot, what you have to buy. I'm going to tell you what I actually use for these things. So I had dipped into this palette the other day and forgotten how beautiful it is. So this is the Tarte Foil Finger Paints palette. It is so incredibly unique. You've got these shades and all of them have that beautiful wet look to them, but at the same time they almost feel emollient. That's how creamy they are. And there's no like fallout or anything like that. You just get this intense shimmer that is almost mirror-like. And then you also do have these pressed glitters, and I know how people feel about pressed glitters, but these have a base to them that make them so incredibly strong. Let's see if I can show you how beautiful this one is. I don't think it's catching the light at all, but it's right there, and it's really beautiful. It's got, I don't know, anyway, just all that to say, these colors are intensely wet looking, and they are called foil finger paints. You are supposed to use your finger, so all I did was just press that over both lids. I just used this singular champagne color, and this could be a one and done eyeshadow for sure. It is not glittery at all. It just looks wet and metallic, and it catches the light so perfectly. And then I went back in with the Kaja, and I just used the darkest brown color just to warm up the outer V again, and also bring it a little bit under the eyes to just pull it together. And with just these two products, I just feel like this is the kind of eye look I wanted. I wanted that matte, rich crease. I wanted that wet looking eyelid. And all I did to top it off was just add some mascara just to give my lashes length and separation. And I love it. I love it. It's such a simple eye look. It took me 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes to do. And I think it's so striking. It's so striking. It's so good for every day. I do feel like this could be an everyday, like Zoom calls all day when you're working. Anybody else on Zoom calls all day when they're working, or is it just me? But this look could slay a Zoom call. Something else that is fairly new to Sephora, I think it's fairly new. So this is from Wander Beauty, and this is the Double Date Lip and Cheek Tint. I am a sucker for cream blushes, for emollient blushes, for any souffle blushes, any kind of thing like that, because again, I do have dry skin, and I feel like those cream blushes give such a beautiful finish. They give a luminosity to the skin that a powder blush is just not going to accomplish. So the color that actually was like destroying me was called Nude Coral. And it says Nude Coral, but at the same time, I feel like this definitely has a bit of a brown tinge to it as opposed to just a coral. So when I looked through my collection and I was like, what do I have that's kind of like a cream blush with luminosity to it like that? And I broke out an old favorite. I haven't used Glossier Cloud Paint in so long, and as soon as I put it on, I'm like, why have I forsaken you? The color I used is Dusk, and it is absolutely that brown coral color, and such a little bit goes such a long way to warm up the cheeks. I feel like it gave me a very healthy flush. It's very easy to apply. I dot it on with my fingers and blend it out, and then if I need a little more blending, I will take a brush, and blend that out as well. And I just feel like it warmed up the face. It kind of brought everything together. I love this, and I don't know why I have forgotten about my cloud paints. I only have 2. I really should have all of them. I feel like everyone talked about these for a while, and now no one does. But also, if you have tried that Wander Beauty Double Date Lip and Cheek Tint, let me know your thoughts on it. It has really good reviews online, so I have to admit that's making me twitch a little bit. But yeah, I'm curious about that one. So for the lips, one thing that I've been staring at, it's fairly new again, this is the Patrick Ta Major Volume Plumping Lip Gloss. So I love many things about this. First of all, shiny lip gloss. I've been desiring this like nude eye with a big, shiny, plump pout. And then on top of that, the phrase plumping, I haven't used a plumping lip gloss in forever. In so long, and I realized that, to be honest, I don't have any plump lip glosses in my collection anymore. I am not somebody who's bothered by them. I know a lot of people are because they do put cinnamon or sometimes cayenne in the formula, and that's what irritates your lips to plump them up. But that does not personally bother me. I actually enjoy the plumping effect, even though it is only temporary. But another big thing I just wanted, again, was just a big glossy pout to go with this kind of look. So while that might still be something that I get down the road, to get kind of a big nude plump lip, first I went and I lined my lips with the Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude Lip Cheat Lip Liner. And I definitely went outside my lip line to give that more plump effect, because if I don't have a plumping gloss, I can fake it with some lip pencil. So I did line outside my lips to do that. And then what I filled it in with is the only Patrick Ta lip product I have, which is the Monochrome Moment Silky Lip Creme. And I believe this is, yes, in She's Independent. And this is such a beautiful formula. So this is somewhere in between a lipstick and a gloss, which is why I didn't use a lipstick and then a gloss. I just used this one item, but it's so glossy but not sticky, and it's not too glossy where it's just going to wipe off in 2 seconds. It just does the job perfectly. It's so nice and it is so creamy, but you still have that shine. I just love it. I want to put on some more. Look at that shine. That's like my perfect nude lip. And finally, this was not something I saw on Sephora's site, but as I mentioned earlier, like the thing that I have been wanting so badly lately is just really to get that glow in my skin again. Because again, like it's winter here. It's been so cold. The heat has been on all day, all night. So my face has dried out. And yes, I'm doing all my skincare. I'm putting extra oils into my skin. I'm doing face masks. But when I do makeup, I do like it to still be glowy. So right on the top of my cheekbones, I decided to add a bit of the Melt Sex Foil in Stargazer. So this is a kind of champagne-y pink liquid highlight. And people felt some kind of way about this. A lot of people hated this. I love it. So what I did this time, sometimes I just mix this with my foundation, sometimes I use it as a base, but today I just put a tiny bit directly on my sponge and dotted it on the high points of my face as a highlighter. Look at the incredible glow. Now, yes, some of that is from my foundation and some of it is from the Art Glow Lust, but the most part is from that Melt Sex Foil. And I feel like it just brings the cheekbones up. It just really illuminates everything and I get this glow, which I'm obsessed with. All right, so if I had purchased all of those items, I would have spent $162, which is not like bank breaking, but nonetheless, that's $162. But I was pretty much just able to use what's already in my collection. And again, doesn't mean I'm never going to buy those things. No, I'm on a low buy. I am not on a no buy. So I might still buy those. I might buy them next month when I use my gift certificate. But for now, I am really happy that I was able to find things in my collection that sort of satisfied the itch that I was getting to buy those specific things. So that's it. I hope you like this look. I hope you like this video. I would love to hear in the comments down below what things have been on your Sephora wish list for a long time and what's keeping you from buying them. Do you have other things in your collection that's similar to it? Is it the pricing of it? Tell me all the details. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, I would love if you give it a thumbs up. That really does help out my channel. You all can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Those are all GlitterFallout, and as always and forever, you are super freaking rock stars, and I love you so much with my whole heart, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.